Hey there. I have recently stumbled across our old channel and thought it would be nice to add something to it. Um, I don't know how you are. I have no idea. I'm really not on Facebook at all, so I'm not really up to date on anything. But I did get a message today that it's Molly's birthday, and so I thought that was the best sign I could possibly get to start doing this again. Even if just maybe once, or I don't know if you will see this, if you will answer, if you won't. It's perfectly okay if you don't want to. But I thought it would be nice to check in and say a couple of things. Um, this might get interrupted by my boyfriend who has managed to lock himself out of our place. um, but if this happens, I will just do some editing because I will do some editing if necessary. Um, yes, that's basically the biggest new thing about my life. I have a boyfriend. His name is Nasser. He's amazing, and we've been together for 20 months now. We also live together, which is going incredibly well, better than I ever thought it could. Uh, and it's a very nice thing to be in this relationship. We met on excavation in August September 2018, and we were assigned to the same trench, trench 8, and we just really worked extremely well together, and so yeah, we basically got together after knowing each other for 3 weeks, and since then things have also been progressing really quickly. We've been living together since September 2019, the beginning of September. But I could not be happier. He's a wonderful person. Also an archaeologist. 5 years older than me, which is a very nice age difference. Um, yes, he is doing his PhD now in classical archaeology. I am still working on my bachelor, but I am getting there. It's really I'm getting there. It's good, and this whole thing which I've started doing for fun, archaeology, has sort of turned into really something I'm serious about. In part because of the excavations I've been on, which are on Crete. Um, Very exciting Minoan civilization. I don't know if you have any idea about this, but it's absolutely breathtaking. Bronze Age, so around 2500 to 1200 before Christ. And yeah, it's really cool. I think I want to do my bachelor um, on the perception of Mycenaean sealings and seals, their iconography. Um, Mycenaeans are basically the follow-up civilization on the Greek mainland before all of the usual classical ancient Greek stuff that people usually know. Um, yeah, it is still amazing to be a student of archaeology at all. I really, really enjoy it. I also still work at the pharmacy. I also still really like that job, so I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good. Um, and yeah, that's something that's my life is going well. Um, I mean, even now, we're good. There's a bit of a general fear about what will happen to archaeology when the priority of the economy are going to be vastly focused on other areas, which it should be. And hopefully it will focus on the right ones, which is the healthcare system and helping businesses, small businesses, which struggled because of this whole crisis thing. It's the same here as I think also with you guys. We're sort of in lockdown. Things are opening up gradually. There are stupid people, like also in the US, people who refuse to wear masks and go on demonstrations. So that's, fun. I'm sorry, I don't actually know where you guys stand on this, but I'm in the medical healthcare business, and my sister works in a hospital, and it's real. It's happening, and it's not nice. Germany is actually not. We don't have as great death count or even people with serious symptoms as other countries do. Mainly because we did go into lockdown pretty quickly, and all of the things we have to do, like wearing a mask and having distance between each other, social distancing, it actually worked, and people kept to it. Germans are very good at keeping to rules. We're good at that. So there's obviously I don't want to downplay what's happening, but here it's relatively relaxed for most people, and we can be very grateful for that. Yeah. Okay, what else has been going on? I have been writing a lot. Um, Not so much recently, because I had basically the end of 2018 and the entire 2019 was insanely busy. There was just so much to do with excursions and courses and working enough to be able to afford rent, and also, it is a job with where you have a certain amount of responsibility. So I I enjoy it. I enjoy working in a pharmacy. Um, and this is not me supporting the pharmaceutical industry, which I know sucks, but helping people and doing the best I can in what is a field that carries some responsibility for the well-being of others. Um, yes, 2019 has been hectic. I've also been in another musical, my family's musical group. Um, I've been the lead, which is I I'm not in love with acting anymore. I I really am not. So it was more about taking responsibility, and I know I can be the person who carries this. Um, and so was doing this mostly because they needed someone to rely on, and I knew I could be that person. And I was good. It was a bit more complicated getting there because I live in Heidelberg now, which is with bus and train, it's 1.5 hours from home, my parents' home. Um, and So that was a bit, always having to go back there for rehearsals, commuting back and forth all the time. At some point, I got my sister's old car, but even with that, it is so exhausting. Actually, commuting is the most stressful part of my life. because my workplace is also really far away. It's also 1.5 hours from home, from this home. If I'm at university, and I often go to university, and then after that I go to work, or the other way around, it's 2 hours. And I know that's still not insane, that's doable. But it does take a lot of time, and I'm very tired most of the time. So, what was I talking about? I was talking about writing, yes. Um, wrote a lot of fanfic, also worked on some original fiction. I'm very proud of what I wrote. I do have one unfinished thing. I have lots of unfinished things, but one that is halfway published and that people are waiting for. And I don't know. I don't think I can finish it, but I feel like I should. It's always so sad when a story goes unfinished, and I do. It's I really care about those characters, and I should lead them towards a good ending. But I also don't have the time and the discipline anymore to write that much. I am trying to get a bit back into it, but mostly right now I think I should document a bit of my life again, as I'm doing right now. Even if you never see this, I've just rewatched some of my old videos, and it's really nice to see my reactions to stuff and see what's been going on with my life. Though I would very much like to hear from you if you're amenable. Amenable? Is that it? I think so. Yeah. Focusing on university a lot. That's pretty much my main priority now that I'm free of the acting thing. I was very relieved when it was over. It was good. Yeah, we did a good job. But it was so insanely stressful, and it's not the thing that keeps me alive anymore. And so yeah, it's a bit heavier to carry. I think I hear someone coming back, so that might be Nasser. So I am going to say goodbye for now. If you watched this, thank you very much, and I would be very happy to hear from you. And also, the very best of birthdays to Molly again.